My boyfriend held a big secret for 5 years. He only told me after I married him. Turned out he's a trust fund baby with millions in the bank. So, I, 28 female, recently married my boyfriend of 5 years, 29 male. Let's call him Jake. Jake and I met in college, and I was immediately drawn to his down-to-earth nature, his sense of humor, and his ambition. We clicked instantly, and our relationship grew from there. Over the years, we built what I thought was a pretty ordinary life together. Jake worked as an engineer, and I work in marketing. We split our bills, planned vacations together on a budget, and even saved up for a modest wedding. He was always frugal, and I appreciated that we were on the same page financially. We weren't rolling in cash, but we were comfortable, and I thought I knew everything there was to know about him. Fast forward to our wedding night. Everything was perfect. After all the excitement, we were lying in bed, just talking and reflecting on our journey together. That's when Jake suddenly got really serious. He told me there was something he needed to confess, something he had kept from me for the entire 5 years we'd been together. Naturally, my mind went to all the worst possible scenarios. Did he cheat on me? Was he hiding some kind of addiction? My heart was pounding, and I honestly felt a little sick. But then he dropped the bombshell. Jake is a trust fund baby. Not just my parents set aside a little something for me, trust fund, but I have millions in the bank, trust fund. As in, multiple millions. Apparently, his grandparents were incredibly wealthy, and when they passed away, they left him a huge inheritance. I didn't even know what to say. I was stunned, to say the least. Here we were, living like a pretty average couple, and all this time, he had this massive amount of money just sitting in the bank. I asked him why he kept it a secret for so long. Jake explained that he didn't want his money to define our relationship. He had seen how wealth had negatively impacted people around him, and he wanted to be sure that I loved him for who he was, not helped by. He also admitted that he wasn't sure how to bring it up without things getting weird between us, so he kept putting it off until, well, now. It took me a while to process everything. I wasn't angry, but I was definitely confused and a little hurt. I had spent years worrying about finances, making sacrifices, and stressing over every little expense, all while he had the means to make those worries disappear. But at the same time, I understood where he was coming from. I knew he loved me, and I could see why he'd want to make sure our relationship was based on more than just money. Now, a few weeks later, I'm still getting used to the idea. We've had long talks about how this will affect our future, and I've made it clear that I don't want this to change the dynamic we've built together. Jake respects that, but he also wants us to enjoy some of the benefits of his inheritance, like traveling more and not having to stress over finances as much. It's weird knowing that our life could have been so different all this time, but I'm grateful that Jake trusted me enough to finally tell me. And honestly, I'm kind of glad he waited. It's reassuring to know that our love was never about money, even though that money is now a part of our lives.